wasn't sure either. Okay, thank you. Jennifer, we'll start with you on this question. Students benefit when teachers, parents, and administrators exhibit mutual respect and work together. How will you be able to negotiate and collaborate with the teachers union for the best interests of all?
Wow, it's like that question was just waiting for me. I was just getting to how important our teachers are. Without our teachers, we won't have the same experience for our students. You know, I love the teachers. I support everything they do. They've had one of the worst, well, pretty clearly the worst year they've ever had to, the most difficult year. But I think everybody's come out and learned a whole lot. That being said, the school committee's job is to negotiate with the teachers union. Part of that process involves a committee of a subcommittee of school committee members working in the negotiation with working with the superintendent in the negotiations. So I think, you know, I can't personally, none of us will be able to make any decisions alone, but it requires a team effort. You need school committee on board. You need to understand the needs of the teachers, and it's the whole, it's a team effort to make these decisions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Jen.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, negotiations are tough. Look, that's one of the hardest parts of business is negotiating, and especially you're not negotiating with some sort of, you know, remote, unknown, faceless entity, corporation. You're negotiating with the teachers. These are the people who are teaching your children every day. They are some of the most valued members of our town and our society. So, you know, they ultimately have the same goals that we do. I mean, granted, there are pieces, you know, salary and pieces of the puzzle that, of course, people are always going to want more of, or you know, different things. But negotiations are tricky. And I personally have had quite a bit of experience with my business background negotiating, and I would bring that experience to the table. I know also that there are programs that Superintendent Clinchy makes available to the school committee to give them even better skills for negotiating, and the teachers union as well. So it's an art. There are different techniques, and it's just one of those things that you have to remember that we're all people and we all want the same thing ultimately, which is the best education for our kids that we can get, whether as a parent or a teacher. Teachers are also parents and vice versa. Time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Justin.
Thanks very much. As Jennifer and Jen said, it is certainly a negotiation process with Littleton, with the LEA, and typically there is a negotiating team. With Mike stepping down, we're losing a member of that negotiating team. I would be more than willing to participate in that if needed. In fact, I would like to participate in that going forward. But I think it really comes down to I believe I've got the ability to sort of step back and take a look at it from the other side of the table and try to understand what their viewpoint is. We can look at things like the teachers' pay and their benefits as it relates to, as it relates to their work-life balance. I think that that's very important. Of course, a happy teacher or happy employee is certainly the type of person that I'm going to want leading or instructing my child's education or curriculum. So as I've said before, we're all in this together. We can't give everything away, of course. We're going to need to find a fine balance between providing sort of the best benefits that we can and at the same time providing a tremendous value for our taxpayers and our students. So it's all going to come down to the negotiations and a mutual respect and understanding for one another.